What's the plan?
Enemies dead ahead! So the clan has no use for weakness. I need to fight. That is all that a warrior can give. I only fight strong enemies.
You don't know. You'll never get me, but I will. We're friends. I hope we won't have. Do you hear
The clan sweat. Let's fight another day.
You're back at last. It has been some time, child. Is all still well?
We've made remarkable progress, Sage. The Forsaken really did live in Tamaris at one point. Or at least the Lord of Shadows did.
Really? Have you discovered his identity?
The August Stone says an ancestor of the humans turned his back on the light to follow the darkness. Capra says her ancestors had dealings with him, and his name was Asheroth, just like the Darklings said.
Asheroth disappeared during the Great Tribulation 1,000 years ago, and he's hiding in a mysterious place where darkness flows like water. He renounced his faith to become the Lord of Shadow, and other people who were caught up in the Great Tribulation were turned into his Forsaken army. Now there's been another disaster, and the descendants of the Forsaken have returned to Tamaris.
A human forerunner. Still living to this day. I can scarcely believe it. What's more, we still don't know how he has come to command countless Darklings.
Something has just occurred. Asheroth said that the satyrs did not merely release a demon. My ancestors dismissed it as the rantings of a madman, for there was no sign that this god ever appeared. But now...
Do you remember the phrase Daleyy asked me about? The god who walks in his wake. Was the demon the one who made Asheroth what he is?
It seems we need to find out exactly what happened during the disaster 1,000 years ago.
I have an idea. The Celestials will remember. Surely they must know something. But satyrs are forbidden to enter the Celestials' domain. So...
I understand. Eliana and I will travel to White Wing Peak and request an audience with the Celestials. We must uncover the truth.
Take me with you. You'll need a resourceful Royal Dragoon to clear the path ahead.
I will take my leave as well. I must meet with others of my kind. Those whom my ancestors betrayed 1,000 years ago.
Safe travels, Capra. There are many in this world who would hurt others. Don't let their deeds harden your heart.
Of course. When we decided to search for Ostergaard, I swore I would never let myself sink into guilt. Before we met you, my people had already wasted so much of our precious time. The burden of our past never made us outcasts. The world did that to us. But we can still make our own decisions. Perhaps now we can stand proud beside our brothers and sisters. I hope to see you all again one day.
Those who were betrayed make our own decisions.
Don't frown too hard, Daleyy. You're making good progress. You should be happy.
No, there's something that's still not clear. Sage Indus, if the Forsaken are the descendants of the Forerunners, shouldn't we still be able to purify them?
I'm afraid not. The Darklings are being driven by the Lord of Shadow, or the demon he follows, to destroy all of Tamaris. Their only goal is to destroy all that is born of the light. This is the tenet on which they founded their false faith. The Darklings are the tool with which they pursue their aim. We cannot purify them. We can only destroy their faith in the darkness.
Demons, Darklings, the Lord of Shadow. It's like some kind of impossible puzzle. One day, we'll uncover the truth. Well then, Sage, shall we get going?
Been days since we last saw him, Chief. Maybe we ought to be doing something instead of just waiting around.
Slacking off, are we? I didn't get where I am today by taking vacations. The Merchants Guild doesn't offer paid time off anyway.
Keller! Good to see you again. Is the Forsaken you were looking after still okay?
What? Not even so much as a howdy-do? Yeah, the Red Eye's fine. Guy's even more quarrelsome than me. Even Dronky's getting sick of them. Ouch. That one hurt, hun. I might sue for emotional distress. Anyway, Ileana told me we are one step closer to confirming Daley's theories. That right? I was wrong about you, Daley. Once I get the money from my lawsuit, I'll build you a rule study.
We really are at the last hurdle now. I couldn't have done it without everyone's help.
Well then, I got some more good news for you. Got my contacts to put the word around about your Darkling theories. Hun, I don't even have to pay people to do stuff for me. I am just that charming. Anyway, I got my contacts to feed the zealots a little fake news. I told them to say they dug up a bunch of artifacts out in the middle of nowhere. The kind your Forsaken guys once used. Weapons, seals, even family trees, records, stuff like that. And there was an inscription on all of it. To our children 1,000 years from now. If anything happens, chill out! Live, laugh, love! It was just a little experiment, okay? I figured your zealots would try to get their hands on the counterfeit goods to show them to the Darklings. Wanted to see if the Red Eyes might be interested.
Did it work?
Well, the news has been out there for a while. We ought to see some results any day now. There's a Merchants Guild post not far from here. If you're not busy, we ought to go see what the word is. Huh. Was I barking up the wrong tree? Or are the Red Eyes just too dang stubborn? Merchants all say they only care about revenge. Couldn't give two hoots about the past. They ought to have more respect for their ancestors.
Looks like the Lord of Shadows got complete control over him. Daleyy. I guess they only care about the fact that they were betrayed, not whatever happened before it.
Thanks for trying, Keller. Though I must say I'm not surprised.
I thought you were all about saving their souls. What gives?
Capra made me realize something. I was so desperate to prove myself that I completely ignored it. Only you can change who you are. Nobody else. And it's the same for the Forsaken.
You mean you gotta get them to choose to let go of their hate?
The Forsaken are not as easy to influence as I thought. But perhaps all is not lost. Maybe I could give my all and still only make the tiniest difference. But I still want to try.
Hey, look over there. Ain't that Tarek?
It's him! Hey! Mr. Royal Dragoon! Over here!
Your Grace, We have a problem. We encountered General Aiden's regiment as we were coming home. They've been surrounded by Darklings. Indis and Eliana are providing support. I managed to break through the Darkling lines. I got here as soon as I could.
Darkling attacks are getting more and more brazen. This ain't good.
It's not far. Come on.
Ready to roll.
I will lead the army.
You arrived just in time. General, Sage, are you okay?
We're fine. Tarek, see to the wounded. Your Grace, thank you for your help.
Sage Indis, what news do you bring? What did the Celestials say?
The thread of wisdom has led us to an answer to this puzzle. Come, let us return to the city. I will explain everything there. The War of Light and Shadow. That is what the Celestials called it. They say it was a battle between the gods. Lander, the god of darkness, had been imprisoned within the demon's eye. He was unintentionally set free by the satyrs.
Yes, Capra said as much. The demon enticed the Satyr Foremother into freeing it.
The Sanctus did not elaborate upon the satyr's deeds. Enticed or not, the satyr's memory of the event is much the same as the Celestials. After he was set free, Lander unleashed his fury upon the God of Light, and upon all of Tamaris. In the blink of an eye, the land was covered in molten rock and raging fire. Indeed, he was defeated by the God of Light, and banished deep beneath the eternal sea. But even his fall destroyed the lives of countless beings, dragged down with him beneath the ocean's depths.
Indus told the Sanctus everything we know. They don't believe Asheroth could have saved all of those beings by himself. But Lander's power was enough to create a place to grant them sanctuary. A place where darkness flows like water. That's how he created the Darkling army that we know today.
So he tricked them, gave them power and turned them into pawns for his revenge. Sounds like something only a god could do.
So the demon that the Satyrs freed was the god of darkness.
Indeed. The demon who caused the Great Tribulation was long considered destroyed. But now, 1,000 years later, we are the targets of his vengeance.
Did the Celestials tell you how we can save the Forsaken?
I'm sorry, Daleyy. The Sanctus agrees. It is impossible.
Daleyy, you're a smart man. You've always been able to figure out so much from the tiniest details. But we can't give you what you seek. The Coalition army must destroy the Darklings if we are to restore order to Tamaris.
Daleyy, get some sleep. Your work is done. It's all in General Aiden's hands now.
Maybe it is.
Where did Daleyy go? He was here a moment ago. He seemed a little bit off before. I'm worried. Your Grace, should we look for him?
Hun, bad news! The Red Eyes escaped! And it attacked Daleyy!
Where? Take me to him.
Daleyy? Daleyy, wake up! And is he going to be okay?
He will be fine. He is merely unconscious. We need only wait for him to awake.
Daleyy, are you alright?
I'm so sorry. I've done something. Something really bad.
Daleyy? I thought we had an agreement! How could you go off on your own like that?
I thought we could talk to each other as equals. I couldn't do that while he was in chains. I wanted to tell him that this is his home, that he could give up his desire for revenge. But he wouldn't listen. I'm not surprised.
Then why did you do it? We know where the Darklings came from, and we know that they can't be saved. I understand that you're unhappy, but your studies are over.
No, I'm not finished. There's still so much more to be done.
Have we erred in some way?
No, Sage. Our investigation never put a foot wrong. Before he attacked me, I did everything I could to pacify him. It didn't work, but he spoke to me. He said that conquering Tamaris was only the first step. Lander's plans are so much more than that. I don't know. 1,000 years ago, he started a great war. But this time, he wants more than just revenge.
Daley's right. He craves power, and he plans to take it through conquest.
What do we do? Do we track the Darkling down and interrogate him?
Over here, Your Grace. Nothing can outrun my trusty steed.
Where to next? What's the plan?
Enemies! Dead ahead!
I will protect you.
I can see for miles.
Heed the call of the wilderness. For glory!
I need to. So, it was about time. Gotta warm up before. Hey!
We are no time to talk. Do not dwell on the past.
You're not gonna run away again, right? It's your choice. Either we tie you up and put you on Donkey's back, or we put an end to your evil right here, right now.
Evil? Ha! And what does that make you? A lawless mob, blinded by lies, hiding behind your powerless god! You think yourselves heroes? You most of all, Daleyy. What right have you to judge my desires? How dare you order me to forsake the Lord of Shadow and betray he who walks in his wake? Your honorable ancestors, your holy light, lies, all of it, spewed forth from the mouth of your false god! He will turn his back on you and leave you to rot in darkness.
Cease your blasphemy. Nature and order will be respected.
Nature should bend to our will. And soon, it will do just that. The God of Darkness has harnessed the power of dragons. And by the light of their flames, Tamaris shall see a new dawn!
The dragons are part of your plan too?
At last. Curiosity stirs within your withered mind.
but it will lead you only to the truth of your insignificance. It is too late. Our forces draw near. Your cities, your armies. The darkness shall crush them all!
Your Grace, we need to fall back to the city. Stay alert. This will not be an easy fight.
Heed the...
Ready to roll.
I will lead the army. The clan, I only fight strong enemies.
I hardly broke a sweat.
Child, we must part ways once more. General Aiden and I must join the Coalition army. May the world be a gentler place next time we meet.
I've got to go too, Your Grace. If the dragons have sided with the darkness, we need to find out more. Maybe the Augur Stone can offer some clues.
Haha! A Royal Dragoon always knows when to make a swift exit. If you ever need anything, Your Grace, I'm your man.
You ever notice something? On every adventure, the moment the danger's past, that's always when you gotta say goodbye to somebody. I don't know if I should feel happy or sad.
Maybe we'll see peace soon enough. One day, we'll meet again. And we won't need to talk about this damn war. Maybe Chak-Cha could cook us something. Always liked venison.
Hun, I've been to the Coalition camp a few times now. Reckon we might find Craig and our sorceress friend there. But right now, we ought to go see Daleyy. He's been in that sickbed all day. Poor fella's probably bored stiff. Still got your nose in the book, eh, Daleyy? Hey, don't try to hide it. The Zealot's Handbook? What are you doing still reading that?
I don't know. Maybe I should just give it all up. I still think the Forsaken are being used, like puppets. If they could escape from Lander's control, maybe they could become their old selves again. If the satyrs did it, maybe they can too.
You're stubborn as a mule, honey. And I know mules. Just no more kidnapping darklings, okay? Huh? You got a medical manual here too? What, you think fixing the darklings' boo-boos is gonna win them over?
Of course not. I know I might strike you as somewhat unusual, but I'm no fool. Commander DeVere, my father gave me this book. Disasters don't choose their victims. With the world the way it is, I should make sure I'm good for something. Or so my father says. Either protecting myself or protecting others. I suppose he's right. Whether it's the Forsaken or one of my own companions, as long as I can pull at least one person back from the edge, that's enough.
Wow, Daleyy. Bet you never thought you'd go from scholar to adventurer, eh? Guess the whole experience has rubbed off on you. Just one thing. If you gotta choose somebody to save from the brink of death, could you pick your old pal, Kella? Or Drunky? Oh, and our fine, upstanding employer here, of course.
Of course. By the way, Your Grace, do you remember the Forerunner's amulet? Oh, it's more than just a mere trinket. My great-grandfather said it was a talisman. Our ancestors believed it not only granted them endless courage, but filled their hearts with endless mercy. Over time, beliefs change. What we fight for may change too. But the spirit of the Forerunners lives on in that amulet, and that means their virtues live on.
I didn't think there'd be a story like that behind it.
I always thought that if one of the Forsaken ever laid eyes on it, they would remember its importance. Yes. But even if I can't make them remember, it'll always be a reminder to me.
You ought to get some rest, Daleyy. You'll strain your eyes with all those books. You can read them tomorrow.
Farewell, Your Grace. Please, don't give up on trying to find out Lander's true intentions. The world as we know it could be in grave danger. And if one day you ever find you need my help, I'll do all I can. I promise.